Hello, this is Sandeep Verma and today we are going to learn the different sounds of the articles. We have all learned articles and we have used them, but sometimes we can see that we have mispronounced them. So let's learn the proper pronunciations, the correct pronunciations of the articles so that we can make no mistakes in the future and we can go and speak correct English. So the number one that we can see here is the first letter of the English alphabet, that is A. But whenever we pronounce this in a sentence at a time, we have to say whether it's a, or in English phonetics this one is a. And whenever we put a stress on this at a time, it becomes a book. Just like here it is given as example, you can see a book, a car, but here it becomes a. So whenever we put stress on the noun, it becomes a. And number two, you can see here this one is also mispronounced a lot while speaking. So this one here it is written un, in Hindi un, and here in English phonetics it is written an apple, an apple. An ink pot, an ink pot. So they are pronounced as an. But whenever we put stress or we use there are strong forms, so there are two forms, always remember. One is the one that's in the normal form and one is the strong form. So whenever we use the stressed, so we have to use at a time, whenever we stress on the noun, we have to use strong form of the these articles, of the articles. So these are clear, I hope. So this one you can see it is n, not un but n, and here also it is n. So whenever we are putting stress, we are using, that means the strong forms, and they sound as n. Now let's move to the third one. This is here they have been divided into two. You can see A and B. So first of all, see A, it is the, and they are used in consonants as the. And here also you can see B, they are also in, they sound like the. One is the and one is the. You can see the I standing here as the. So the also it is used, the is also used in consonants, but they have been stressed and they are the strong forms of the. And one more we can see the used with vowels. So whenever we use this with vowels at a time, they sound only the. So you have to remember this. Whenever they are used with vowels, they only sound the. With vowels only the. With vowels only the, not the. You have to remember this portion. In spoken, there are 4 articles, but while writing, we write only 3. The, a, n. Okay? A, n, the, and the. Just like we can see some examples with the and the. So if I write the book, now this one I have written with a consonant sound. Here it is making consonant sound. Book starts with B and there is no vowel sound, so it can be spoken as the book or the book, both. But whenever you stress on the noun book, then it would become the. Okay, whenever it is stressed, this becomes the. And now see the. So when to use the and the. So here you can see the with consonant. This one is consonant, but still we are using both the and the. Whenever stressed, it becomes the, and whenever not stressed, it is the. Now with a vowel, you can see the ink pot. This one is the, because here you can see the word ink pot starts with a vowel sound, ink pot. So whenever a word starts with a vowel sound, so the article used before that becomes either, if it is indefinite, then it is an, and if it is definite, then that becomes the. This becomes the. And if it is an indefinite, just for example, I'm writing here an apple, right? An apple, an. So you can see this one, an apple. So an apple. So apple is what? An indefinite. It stands as indefinite here. So that we have put here an. And if it is definite to the person who is speaking and the speaker and the listener, then here we have to use the or the. The sound would be decided on the basis of the word that follows. So thank you. I hope you understood it properly. If you really want to learn English properly and become a very good speaker, then you can just visit our site. You can go to the description and click the link below.